Hello friends, welcome to BISP Solution. My name is Lokesh Gandhi and today's session we are going to configure some accounts payable setups in Oracle Fusion Supply Chain Management. So in our last few sessions we have seen the procurement related configuration, and today's session we are going to perform some accounts payable configuration so that we perform the P2P cycle. Whenever we want to perform the P2P cycles, the procure to pay cycle, we have to complete the procurement related configuration as well as payables related configuration. So we have to perform all these configuration in our application, right? So start from the first one, configure the common option for the payables and the procurements. So this step we have already done in the procurement part, so no need to configure. Same process in the payables. We have already done this process, right? Now create the reference data set and the create payments terms. So the payment terms is used in the purchasing application when we create the requisition, purchase order, invoice. So we associate this payment term in our documents, in the business document like PO and invoice and the requisition. So what is the purpose of this payment term, right? Using the payment term, we calculate the due date against the invoice so that we can calculate the discount. So that we calculate the discount using the payment term, right? We also in the purchase order, what are the terms we have to use for the supplier? So we associate this payment term in also in the purchase order, right? So when we want to associate this payment term to any business unit, we can't do this. So when we want to payment term want to associate this business unit in Oracle, we don't have any provision to 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 associate this payment term to the business unit directly. So in this scenario, the reference data set comes into the picture. First, we associate this payment term this to this reference data set. After that, we have to associate this reference data set to the business unit so that we use this payment term in our requisition, purchase order, invoice, right? So we have already created this reference data set in our application, data reference data set. So let's, and also this reference data set we assign to the business unit, right? So let's create the payment terms. So let's move on to the application. So this is our application. Go to the implementation project. So click on setting in action, setup and maintenance. It takes time to open the setup and maintenance part. Click on this task, manage implementation project, overview. Click on the project. And search, the task name is manage payment term. Hit the enter. So in order to create the payment term, we have to add the offerings, financial offerings in this application implementation project, right? So make sure that go to task. So here you can create the new payment term. Click on this create. Let's enter the name of the payment term. So I'm giving the name is Tata Net 45, right? And you can give the description over here, right? So you can add the installment. Let's click on this create option. Net 45 means 45 days. You have to cover 100% amount, right? In 45 days, right? So this is the installment, and you can give the discount for the first discount. Like you give the 10% discount if the payment done in 5 days, within 5 days, right? And the second discount may be 5% when we pay the payment within 20 days. And you can add the third discount as well. One discount is 2% when the days is 30. Within 30 days, the third discount 2% apply, right? Now we have to add this segment over here. Click on that. Segment is nothing but a reference data set. We have to map this reference data set to this payment term. So we have Tata RDS, Tata reference data set. You can see the Tata reference data set is already connected to the business unit. The name is Tata reference data set. So save and close. Done. So this payment term is created. Now assign the payment term to the RDS, right? So now click on payment term. So our net 45 is Tata net 45 is already assigned to the RDS, and one this immediate is a seeded payment term provided by the Oracle. You can also you can also map this payment term to the RDS. This is our Tata reference data set. So click on that. So this is our payment term, and this is our immediate, which is provided by the Oracle. This is the seeded payment term. You can also assign this seeded payment term in our RDS, right? So this is our set assignment. You can select it over here, add over here, and give the RDS over here. So this is our Tata RDS. Yes, save and close. So two payment term you define in the RDS, and this RDS assigned to the business unit, right? So assign payment term to the RDS completed. Assign RDS to business unit is already done in our previous session. Let's set up the invoice options. Done. Let's search. The name is manage invoice option. Search for that. The instance running very slow. So this is the manage invoice option and the manage payment option. So first we'll go with the invoice option. Click on go to task. Select and add. Click on apply go to task. Let's search for the business unit. Select this one. Click on save and close. So so in the manage invoice option, in the payments, prepayments, in the prepayments, you can see the payment terms. We have the two payment terms, immediate and the Tata Net 45. You can see these two payment terms we have added in our RDS, reference data set, right? 7 close, 7 close. Now the set up the payment options, manage payment option, click on go to task. So these are the payment options. You can select as per your requirement. The bank charges, the currency conversion, the conversion rate, the currency conversion rate, and you can select as per your client requirement, right? So no need to worry about it. Let's move with the default values. 7 close. Now we have to create the distribution set. Let's search. The task name is manage distribution set. Search for that. Go any one of them, either financial or procurement. Now we have the option manage distribution set. Click on go to task. Now click on this create icon. So first of all, we have to select the business unit for this distribution set. Select it. Okay. And we have to define the name for this distribution set. So we are going to enter, let's finish it. It's Tata expense. And you can also write the description for that. And this is the distribution percentage. So you can distribute our invoice amount to the particular accounts, right? You can select zero to enter the amount manually during the invoice entry, right? So I go with the 100%. And when we select the zero, so you can enter the manually during the invoice amount, right? Click on this distribution set detail, click on that. We have to define the combination, the distribution combination. The percentage is 100 as per the above information, and you insert the search for the combination. Now let's select the company. So I'm going to select the company, department, and account combination. Now click on Save and Close. So the distribution set completed. Now the next setup is create procurement agent, supplier manager role to the user, and the supplier address site and assign site to the PU. These three setups we have already done in our procurements configuration session. So you can see in the procurement session, right? Now we create the bank branch in account. Done. So we have the serial task. Name is manage banks, manage bank branch. So we can create in our application. Manage bank. So we are going to create the bank, bank branches, and the bank account, right? So click on go to task. Now click on this create icon. Select the country, search. Search by the code as well as the name. Search. Let's search for the code again. Capital US. Search. Okay. The bank name. Let's enter the Tata Bank. You can give the alternate name, the bank code, description, taxpayer ID as per your requirement. And you can also insert the address and the contacts, right? Click on save and close. Click OK. Done. The bank gets created. Now let's create the branches, right? Click on go to task in the manage bank branch. Let's click on this create option. Let's select the bank. Under the bank, we are going to create the branch, right? Search for the bank. Okay. Let's enter the name of the branch. Right. You can insert the routing number. This routing number provided by the country, right? For the branches in the bank, right? So this routing number is for the bank, this Tata Bank. Under the Tata Bank, we have to define the routing number for this branch, right? So let's enter some dummy data, right? You can give the description for this branch. The branch number type is, and the other identification number, the location, right? So you can add the address for this branch and the contacts as well as, right? So these not are the mandatory fields. So go with the defaults and the required field. Save and close. So we created the bank. Under this bank, we created the branch. And under this branch, we are going to create the account. So click on go to task. Now click on this create icon. Now let's enter the branch we have already created. The bank is linked with the branch, and the branch now click with link with the account. Let's enter the account name. So I'm going to enter Tata account, right? And we have the account number as well. So let's enter the currency. Let's enter the legal entity. Search for the legal entity. Search for the legal entity. So this is our legal entity, Tata US legal entity. And this account is other saving, checking. So as per your requirement, you can select the account type, right? But right now there is not a mandatory fields. You can give the check-in digit and the secondary account reference and the account use. You can select the account use is for the payables as well as for the receivable. If this account used for the human capital management, then you can use for the payables, this payroll as well, right? So when we select the payables and receivable, the in the general part we have to select the cash, right? The cash code combination, right? Let's select it. Search for the combination. Now for the testing purpose, you can select any one of them. So let's select this one and click on OK. Now, little bit scroll down. So we have the payment document options. Now click on create. So this is the payment document. Let's check. And the paper stock type, you can select the number stock, yeah, blank. So go with the numbered. And we can select the format over here. So let's select the format because this is the mandatory field. So we select some seeded form like standard. Let's select some standard format. Yes, standard check format. You can select it. Okay. And this is the document numbers. You can give the name, the number, the first available document number. Let's enter the 100 and the last document number is 999. Take or not. Just click OK. So now go to some controls. So we have a different type of controls, the cash management controls, the reconciliation, and the bank statement processing. So we have more options for controlling this account, right? We have some security for this account. You can enable and disable it, right? And we have one option is business unit access. So we have to associate this branch, this account name, numbers are associated with this business unit so that we can perform the business transaction, right? Click on this business unit access. Let's click on this create option. And we have to define our business unit, right? So search for the business unit, Tata. Now this is our business unit and click on this OK. Right. So all the information field. Now click on this save and close. Now the accounts gets created. Done. So the bank branch account completed. Now create the payment process profile. So again, go to the implementation project and we have a task name is manage payment process profile. So we have the task manage payment process profile. Search for that. So now click on that. So now click on this go to task of the manage payment process profile. Right. So now click on this create option. Now let's enter the payment process profile name. So I'm going to enter Tata payment process profile. You can set the code for the profile, right? You can give the description as well. And this is the start date over here. And the payment file format. You can select the standard for the format. Now let's select the standard check format. Click on that. Okay. Let's select the processing type, either electronic or printed. Let's select printed and click on this save and close. Right. Now we have to select the default printer. Just select this one. Right. Click on this save and close. Now let's do the PPT. So we have done the create payment process profile. Now assign the AP roles to the user. So these are the role. AP roles is accounts payable manager, accounts payable supervisor, and accounts payable specialist. These are the role we have to assign to this implementation user, and as well as we have to assign this business unit to the user role. But these two tasks we already knows how to assign the AP roles in the security console to the user, and how to assign the business unit in the data access for the user. Right now, after that we have to run the LDAP job, and after that we open the payables period. In order to create the invoice, we have to open this payables period. After that, the all the payables accounts payable setup will be completed. So thanks for with this video. Thank you so much.